Okay, let me adjust myself because I'm not even mad, man. I'm not. It's over. Okay? The Eagles and I'm not even going to talk about the Saints next week. There's no point to. There's really no point to. I don't give a crap about the bad lighting. I don't even care if anyone shows up or not. I'm just here to say Eagles are done. Okay? Eagles are done, whether it's injuries to your corners, whether it's your offensive play calling, whether it's your defensive coordinator not wanting to make any sort of adjustment to help your young corners and your defense actually make a push to Dak Prescott. It's done. Yes, the season is over. It's done. I don't even care anymore. I'll just watch the Eagles games just to watch football. I don't care anymore. I'm rooting for the New Orleans Saints to win the goddamn Super Bowl because this team ain't gonna make it. The Redskins aren't good enough, and they're gonna win this division. Okay, this Eagles team has the talent, but they don't want to do anything that they haven't already done. Okay. It doesn't make sense to me, this prevent defense, no blitzing, unless maybe a first down and 10, maybe we can get a quick sack and then see what happens there. You get the sack and then you never blitz again. You never get a pass rush on the guy again. You lose Ronald Darby, and guess what? Trey Sullivan is on Amari Cooper, along with Rasul Douglas, who's getting destroyed by Gallup, by Cole Beasley, by these freaking crap wide receivers who, if Jalen Mills were in, honestly would have had a better chance at covering these guys. Ronald Darby, before his non-contact injury, was doing phenomenal. At that time, it was 13-6 and the Eagles were still in it. We tied the game up, Darby's gone, the game turns into a shootout. Whoever can score first wins, and that's how the Cowboys beat us. And then Carson Wentz throwing a pick earlier on in the game, that just shut everything down, okay? Because Carson, I can't, I love him, okay? But Nick Foles wouldn't have thrown that. He would not have thrown the interception. He didn't see the freaking 6'7" linebacker right in the middle of the field, right in front of whoever the wide receiver was. I don't even remember. But, Nick Foles wouldn't have thrown that, Nick Foles wouldn't have made that comeback, honest to God, okay? I love Nick Foles, but I'm gonna be real, guys. Whoever is the quarterback of this team, you're not gonna win again. That's how it looks like right now with the way this team is playing on offense in the first two quarters. They don't care about scoring anything in the first quarter. They don't care about making any sustainable drive. It's so frustrating watching this team struggle to make one sustainable drive for a touchdown in the first half. It does not make sense whatsoever. And then the defense does all they can in the first half, and then in the second half, when things start to heat up on offense, they just fold. They just turn away, and they're just like, no more. We did our part. You guys can win by yourselves. Carson, throw 4 touchdowns, 400 yards. We'll just let Dak throw 505. It doesn't make sense. I am telling you, he deserves, yeah. But, whoa, I almost dropped the camera. It's very depressing, and I can't even right now, man. Oh my God, I can't deal with it. Carson is still learning. He is better than Foles. I'm not going to deny that, but I don't know if the coaching has learned. I don't know if the coaching is better than last year. Dak and Zeke went back to their rookie selves. No, they really didn't. They really didn't. They're picking off of Rasul Douglas and Trey Sullivan at cornerback, okay? What more do you want? Dude, there is nobody to cover Amari Cooper or whoever the hell else are those wide receivers. There's no one to cover them. There's nobody to cover them because these guys are horrible. Fire Jim Schwartz. Let's start up a freaking petition. I'm down for that. Fire Jim Schwartz. I'm tired of it. I don't care about the injuries. The injuries happen. But no changes made to help stop Ezekiel Elliott, to help stop Dak Prescott. Get in his freaking face, man. Dak had some of the best and worst plays I've ever seen. Dak Prescott forced a fumble on himself. Dak Prescott misses wide open Amari Cooper 3 different times for touchdowns. And Ezekiel Elliott had 187 total yards today. 160 of those on the ground. you know, off of a game against the Tennessee freaking Titans where he got 61 yards. It's fine. No. Yeah. Oh my God. It's just infuriating. That's what's going to happen when you think, well, I didn't say we were going to blow. No one said we were going to blow this team out. No one was saying that. Everybody was saying this should be a win. That's all people were saying. Regardless of the struggle, the injuries, this should be a win because of how the Dallas Cowboys have played this season and the way that the Eagles played in the final minutes of the Jaguars game in London, going into a freaking bye week. You would think the Eagles would be prepared and ready for this, along with Golden Tate, who, by the way, had like a total of 10 snaps, I would think. Like, he barely had any playing time. He's been here for over a week, and he had no playing time. We needed Lane Johnson, and Jason Peters is old. Yeah, Jason Peters is old. But, I mean, who else are you going to put in there? I mean, Vaitai is more so supposed to be the left guard. Lane Johnson is still out with the MCL sprain, so there's not much you can do about that. And honest to God, they didn't do the pass. The pass rush on Wentz wasn't bad. 3 receptions all game for Tate, mostly because he didn't have enough playing time. They did not give him at all any time to play, nothing. There was no time for him to play. Let's see what you say to your Thug Games. Overall, this was a sucky game, but it came down to the final / better drives. First quarter, second quarter, it's just like what was the game plan? Tony Dungy said it at halftime. Hey, Doug Peterson, run the ball. We don't run the ball. We don't. I agree, Steve. I really. LMAO, how about them Cowboys? Don't even get cocky, okay? You're 4-5. Talk trash when you're actually winning a division. When you're actually in a Super Bowl, okay? Your Dallas Cowboys picked off of a very injured secondary that is us. We have no starting. The only starter that ended that game in our secondary was Malcolm Jenkins. Everybody else, Trey Sullivan was plucked off of the practice squad last week. Freaking Rasul Douglas has been the backup for the last 2 years. But honestly, Cowboy fans, you don't have room to talk when you're picking off of what is left of our secondary. Like, we have no secondary whatsoever. Corey Graham is garbage. Yes, he is. He's just there for depth. We didn't think that we were gonna lose Jalen Mills and Ronald Darby within the same 2 weeks. Like, it's just freaking accidents happen. Like, what are you gonna do? You know, it's just. You can consider us lucky for winning a Super Bowl last year because we got some good, I guess you could say we got some good luck. You know, we suffered injuries specifically on the offensive side, like, Nick Foles, we lost Jason Peters, but losing everybody in your secondary, it's just, you need to have depth there. We have depth everywhere else. Our front four was good. Our linebackers are healthy, minus actually no, they are healthy. They are, the linebackers are healthy. It's just the secondary is just gone. When you lose, we complain about Jalen Mills. Guys, Jalen Mills ain't that bad. He gets burned a lot. I mean, mostly on the double moves, but overall, he's a lot better than Rasul Douglas, and Rasul Douglas looked like garbage today. I'm not even gonna lie. It don't matter, dude. You guys are horrible, sad, lucked up on the Super Bowl last year. Sure, your own opinions, man. I mean, if no one else was gonna win the Super Bowl, why not us? Out of luck, right? Well, the season's over. Ooh, I keep dropping this thing. It doesn't want to stay up. It's just because I'm so freaking aggravated. Oh yeah, Sixers and Jimmy Butler. Now we're closer to being one-hit wonders. We are. We basically are. I mean, it was a good run. Everybody in this division is a one-hit wonder now because no one can consistently win this division. Redskins, the real winners of this game. Oh, for sure. For sure. The Redskins, despite how crappy they looked, yeah. TBH, we all as Eagles fans trash Mills, and now we need him. That's what I was saying going into the fourth quarter. I'm like, yeah, we need Jalen Mills. We need him back. Season over, we need to lose and get a good pick. Worst division of the NFL. There's a statistic. The Eagles score 22 points a game. Cowboys score 20. Redskins score 19, Redskins score 20. Then the Cowboys score 19, and then the Giants score 18. That's how bad this is. It ain't our fault your players are hurt. Sorry, but it's facts. I'm not talking trash because we had many defensive players out, but we need to step up our game. Yeah, I mean, that is case in point, but like 2 of your guys are practice squad guys. We need Mills. That red zone D was horrible. Yeah. I say we tank and get a good pick. What are we going to pick? There's so much that we need. Really wish we traded for Pat Peterson and maybe a good power back. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Like, we need a first round corner. One that can stay healthy. One that isn't suffering a torn Achilles off of his rookie year. Yeah, I would like that a lot. Keep in mind, they have a lot of injuries. Redskins, Chris Thomas, and Crowder coming back next week along with Trent Williams. Yeah, they lost a lot of their offensive line, but I want to bring up another statistic. The Redskins have the second easiest schedule going into the second half of the year. Eagles have the second hardest with the injuries that both these two teams have. The Redskins just played the Buccaneers. Buccaneers ranked up 500 yards and scored 3 points worth. Like, how do you do that? I guess things could be worse, right? You guys have the second hardest. Rest of the schedule, we have the 15th hardest. Redskins have the second. So, yeah, as Eagles and Cowboy fans, we can both just sit down on the couch together and watch the Redskins march their way into a one playoff game loss, essentially, because, whoever the hell they're going to play in the wild card round, they're going to lose to. They're not that good. Skins' defense is good, too. No, they're not. Skins' defense allowed 500 yards against the Buccaneers. The reason why the Buccaneers scored 3 points is because they miss field goals, they don't get first downs, and they just couldn't get into the end zone. It's case in point, they were killing themselves. Next week, we got the Saints, and if we play like that on defense against them, they're going to put 50 on. Yeah, no, they'll put up 100 on us at that point. We should sign TJ Ward and move Avante back to cornerback. Yeah. They need to do something, that's without a doubt. I'm going to try and move less because it's lagging a little bit, but they need to do something at cornerback. They're ranked in the top five. Again, I'm just saying, 50 more like freaking 80. Yeah, we need to fire Jim Schwartz. I want him. The Buccaneers game really started it for me. When I watched our defense in the first two quarters get shredded, I looked back at the Super Bowl, I'm like, the defense really didn't help us out until they needed to make a play, and they made a play. That was not Jim Schwartz. That was just Brandon Graham being Brandon Graham, right? And then you fast forward, the Colts were passing all over us, and then the week after that, whoever we played, Tennessee, 17-point comeback and win in overtime. Then the week after that, we lose to the Vikings after scoring, 3 points and allowing 21 in the first half. And then after that, what do we play? We played, I don't even remember. It's all a vivid memory. I don't remember, nor do I care. The case in point is that ever since the Super Bowl, Jim Schwartz has not been able to make a defense actually play like a defense, They can't play a full quarter game anymore where they can stop a team, They can't force turnover. They didn't force a turnover. Dak Prescott, as a quarterback, was going off of 10-plus games where he had 2 turnovers at bare minimum. 0 today. No turnover today. That says a lot about the way you're coaching your defense and the way you freaking coach in general. You're just not doing anything to help us make turnovers, to help us gain any momentum to win. It's just the Titans beating the Patriots. That badge showed that the Patriots are beatable, so they don't deserve to be in the Super Bowl. Yeah, I knew that they were beatable. The Jacksonville Jaguars beat them a couple of weeks ago. Skins fans would be happy, TBH, to even make the playoffs. LOL. Even honestly, wouldn't care if they lose. Yeah, that's just the way the Skins are, because they have been the most unsuccessful team. I'm not even going to say that, because the Cowboys have been unsuccessful too ever since the 21st century. It's really been the Eagles and Giants, They're the ones that have the Super Bowl, the 4 Super Bowl appearances, the 3 rings. The Cowboys and Redskins haven't done crap. Yeah, as far as we're talking, from 2000 and on, we can even go into the 90s and on, 96, I guess, and on. The Redskins are probably going to win this division simply due to the fact that the rest of the division is garbage. It's 2015 all over again, where it's just majority of the division has a lot of talent, but they're just crap. That's how it is. Yeah, that's true, but they lead the East right now, which matters the most. What do I think needs to change? Definitely something on defense, whether it's, signing somebody in the free agency like TJ Ward and moving people around. You just need a secondary. That's really what it is. And then offensively, Doug Peterson needs to understand how to run the ball, how to keep a balanced offensive attack, Should I start Michael Thomas next week? Oh, hell yeah, bro. If I have Michael Thomas on my fantasy team, hell yeah, I will start him next week. We're turning into the Seahawks, except the Seahawks were actually good for a while. Yeah. Honestly, I got us beating the Saints. I'm not going to doubt my team, but they need to get it fixed because it gets harder next week, the schedule. Yeah. Okay. I appreciate that. Normally, that would be me. Like 2 years ago, that was me. Last year, definitely me because we were killing it last year. But it's just I can't personally believe that we can beat the Saints. With the way that they're rolling, 8-game win streak, back-to-back games with 40+ points, man. And even with losing Des Bryant, even though Des Bryant was there for 2 days, I don't see us having any shot in New Orleans. Okay, that's just number one. And number two, they can. If I'm gonna, go back to my optimistic, be more optimistic than realistic. They can if the defense has their corners back, which means if praying to the Lord that Ronald Darby has not torn anything and that Jalen Mills is good to go and that Tim Jernigan comes back. This basically everybody who's injured except for Rodney McLeod because he can't come back. Everyone who's injured then can come back. And then if Doug Peterson can just think about what he's doing, think about what he's calling. Carson Wentz can throw 300+ yards every game, 3 touchdowns every game. That's not going to change. That can't change. That's just how Carson Wentz is. And sure, he's going to be aggressive as all hell, but you need to learn how to balance your attack. You need to learn how to run the ball. I don't care if you're running Corey Clement into a brick wall. Run the ball. Keep the plays balanced, Keep the defense guessing because you're always first down, pass, and then second down, run, and then third, fourth down, you're passing. Like, that's so predictable, and it's always the same old plays, and I can't stand it, man. It's just, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all that he doesn't open up the playbook, he doesn't change things up, and now that you got Golden Tate, maybe they're just taking it slow, because Golden Tate's, that's the first game that he's been here. He's only been here for a week. I don't know, but with Golden Tate there, who can do a lot of different things, and you got Corey Clement, who can do a lot of different things. Zach Ertz, he was like one of the only bright sides of this game. Same with Nelson Aguilar, and third and fourth quarter Wentz. But just saying, man, Doug Peterson needs to change some things up. I've been saying it since 2016. He needs to change things up. Imagine the Skins versus Vikings and the wild card Cousins versus his own team. That's an interesting playoff game that I see the Vikings winning because Kirk Cousins is better than Alex Smith. I'm gonna say it, okay? I don't care what anybody says. Give anybody Adrian Peterson and an offensive line. You're gonna have success, and that's what Alex Smith is having right now. Granted, Alex Smith could be doing a lot better in Kansas City, like Patrick Mahomes, but hey, he got traded. But I would say that Alex Smith ain't that great. Props to Jeffrey Ertz, Wentz, and Aguilar though. Yeah, they definitely played their hearts out compared to everybody else, specifically on defense. But do we get Bell in the free agency? If we have enough money, I would definitely consider it. Because this team needs a running back. Jay Ajayi is the closest you were gonna get, and he's gone due to injuries. So definitely try and get Le'Veon Bell in the free agency. Ertz is an elite tight end. Was hoping we would see more of Tate. He was on his way to a 1,000-yard season, but that's definitely not happening with this team. Oh, for sure, no. Just because of how much we're not using him. If the Skins make wild card, it's going to look like they're playing the Bears. They have a top 5 defense, and the Redskins have 2 O-line and a receiver, so they are losing. We'll see. We'll see what happens in the future. We have the best wide receiving core. Don't at me. I like the optimism. I really do. And I can understand why you're saying that. Alshon Jeffrey plus Golden Tate plus Zach Ertz does sound threatening. But when you're barely using Golden Tate and you're just passing nonstop, I mean, sure, you're going to rack up the stats, but the points are the ones that matter the most. And the Eagles couldn't score a point in the freaking second quarter. So doesn't matter who you have. It's like the Buccaneers. You got Mike Evans, you got Deshaun Jackson, you got OJ Howard, you got a bunch of guys over there that'll rack up all the stats you want, but they ain't getting touchdowns all of a sudden. They just can't. They just cannot. Are the Eagles the most disappointing team this year? They're up there for sure, without a doubt. Yeah, they're up there. Just That's a yes because it's disappointing. You would expect this team coming off of a Super Bowl win, getting your quarterback who didn't even play in that Super Bowl, your star franchise quarterback back. You think, especially and moving into the year, knowing you were getting a guy like Golden Tate, you think that you would be winning more. But it's Eagles and Jags most disappointing. Yes. There you go. Yeah, there you go. Eagles and Jags. I forgot the Jags were 3-6 right now, right? Yikes. Ah, man. Zeke was running through us, and when we play the Skins, imagine Peterson doing that because he's got a great season. Yeah, I don't want to think about December 3rd or December 30th because those are the days, those are going to be the sad hours where you're just going to be watching Adrian Peterson running right through you, and it's just going to be like, what did I do to deserve to watch this? You know? It's going to be very sad. I'm already very sad. I'm clinically depressed after watching this game. But, you know, I'm pulling through. I'll manage. But then I play the Saints next week, and I got to pull through that before I get to the Giants. And then I have a little slither of hope. And then after that, we play the freaking Redskins, and it's just going to be, no. It's going to hurt. Falcons kind of disappointing. They were in the Super Bowl only 2 seasons ago. Yeah, that's also true. They lost to the Browns today. Like, I don't get it. I don't get this year, man. I don't understand. I don't, like, my mind can't comprehend a lot of things. Like, it all started with John Gruden and trading away Khalil Mack before week 1. After that, everything hasn't made sense. Is the Super Bowl hangover a real thing in the NFL? Look at the Panthers, the Falcons and Panthers. The Falcons and Panthers, the only thing about them is that they didn't win the Super Bowl. It's kind of the same thing with the Seahawks. The Seahawks won a Super Bowl. They didn't have a hangover because they went right back to it. But I feel like losing a Super Bowl is really the more devastating thing than a quote-unquote Super Bowl hangover. You know, that's that's rough. You think about it. The Seahawks have gone downwards ever since that interception. The Falcons, ever since letting the biggest comeback in Super Bowl history, playoff history happen, haven't amounted to what you think they would do with Julio Jones and all those guys there. And then the Panthers, 15-1, they faced the best defense in the league and then just shit the bed. And then you're looking like, yikes, you know, what's next? And then they never make it back. So, for the Eagles, winning a Super Bowl, it just, I don't know, man. It's just, I don't know what it did to Doug Peterson, what it did to the defense, Jim Schwartz, you know, but it definitely is having an impact, and it's not a good one. It's by far not a good one. But hey, you know, if we're comparing the Eagles to a quote-unquote dynasty, because that's what we were doing in the preseason, that is, the Patriots, sorry for stuttering, but the Patriots, you know, they didn't have an easy start to their dynasty, you know. First couple of years with Brady was rough. Did we get a running back in the second round? Depends on the running back. I'm going to be real. I don't really follow college football to really know the stars and studs and stuff. I just kind of react, look people up, like prior to the draft and then into the draft, of course, and then react to what we do. Hey, Michelle, quick, just leave. You're wasting your time. I don't really care. I'm actually going to talk football. But I don't know. I think we definitely should consider getting a running back, whether it's Le'Veon Bell or somebody in the free agency or somebody in the draft. Definitely look for somebody there. Look at the Cowboy fans coming out of nowhere. That's what they do. That's why nobody likes the Cowboys and their fan base. They are fair weather bandwagon pieces of crap. And even when they win, they aren't true fans. At least the majority of them aren't. There's a few good running backs in the draft, upcoming draft. I'd hope so. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Broncos and Seahawks worst Super Bowl? Yeah, definitely. That was the worst Super Bowl I've ever experienced. And then the Eagles and Patriots. I'm not saying it because I'm an Eagles fan, but that one, just because it went down to the wire, nonstop offense, that was the most entertaining Super Bowl I've watched. You know, but in the end, now here we are, right? Patriots are losing to teams like the Jags and the Titans. We're losing to every freaking team ever. So, besides the Eagles, what's your dream Super Bowl this year minus Chiefs versus Saints? Then if we're minus Chiefs versus Saints, which is what I want, I would love a Chiefs versus Saints, Rams versus Saints, or Saints versus Chargers. That'd be great. Phillip Rivers and Drew Brees. That would be interesting. Drew Brees up against the team that he left way back when in a Super Bowl, and two high-powered offenses, Keenan Allen, Mike Thomas, and everything. That would be a really cool one. That'd be a really awesome Super Bowl. We all know it's going to be Patriots versus Saints. No, I don't think the Saints are going to come. I know you never. Yeah, I just thought of it. I'm like thinking playoff teams right now. The Chargers are 7-2, man. That would be an awesome Super Bowl. Ah, man. I don't want us to make the Super Bowl now. I want to watch that game. Oh man, I'm not even mad about anything now. That kind of got me hoping. I was initially rooting for the Chiefs because Andy Reid, but I would love that kind of a Super Bowl. Tom Brady's only getting worse as he ages. I mean, Bill Belichick is the reason why Tom Brady is Tom Brady. Everybody with a brain can understand that it's more than just the quarterback, and it's a lot of the head coach. The outside media wouldn't know anything about the Chargers. The Chargers, man, they're like, who else is there? Melvin Gordon? I would love that Super Bowl. That'd be really cool. Just in general, the Chargers being in the Super Bowl, that'd be awesome. I don't blame Schwartz that much for this game because we had no corners healthy. I blame Schwartz because, wow, I'm shaking. Jeez, I'm really mad. I blame Schwartz because it's not just that we have no corners. It's also that we've been struggling like this almost consistently since week 2. The Buccaneers, offense stalled, defense couldn't hold up, and then week 3, the Colts, we let them come back after maintaining that entire game. And then the offense had to step up. Week 4, the Titans, we blew a 17-point lead. Same thing when we played the Panthers, we blew a 17-point lead. And then I guess the Giants was the only time where we actually looked really good minus the run defense. I looked real bad. I can't even speak. I'm not in a good mind right now. I'm not in the right. I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna read what you guys have been saying. Imagine having a coach like Belichick who cared to fix the team. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would love a Bill Belichick on my team. I don't even care. I would love him. How about the Steelers versus the Rams? That'd be pretty cool. I wouldn't want the Steelers back there. And then the Texans versus Rams, or Texans versus Rams. That's what you said, right? Texans versus Rams. That'd be really cool too. There's a lot of possibilities, and yeah, I'm not gonna sleep on the Texans. We play them week 16. Oh my god. We're going 4-12. I'm calling it now. We're going 4-12, baby. Let's go. Falling. Sleep on the Texans. Should we have Adams as our number 1 running back? Yes, but we had to have a running back by committee for whatever freaking reason. So Packers versus Chiefs. I don't think the Packers making the playoffs. I said that they would earlier on in the preseason. That was before they tied against the Vikings and lost to the Redskins. And no, they're not making the playoffs this year. That's not gonna happen. Not with the way the Vikings are playing, and the Bears, the way the Bears are playing as well. They're not making the playoffs. Plus the playoff race, or the wild card chase is even with the Eagles technically still in it. It's very big. Imagine the Browns making the playoffs. That's next year. Mark my words, the Cleveland Browns will make the playoffs in 2019. Actually, don't quote me on that. That's really bad. Who should we get in free agency? Anybody that can help the secondary. Anybody that can help a run game, bro. Like, just anybody. Like, how we made those crazy moves to get Alshon Jeffrey and Torrey Smith. I wish we still had Torrey Smith, man. I'm gonna be real. That guy in the playoffs came up clutch, and I miss that guy. Because then we got Mike Wallace. I forgot Mike Wallace even existed because he hasn't amounted to anything because he injured himself. Yikes. The team I feel most bad for is actually the Lions, not Browns. Thoughts? Yeah. I wish we kept Patrick Robinson. Oh my god, I forgot about Patrick Robinson. Yeah. We let him go to the Saints. Didn't he get injured with the Saints as well? Yeah, Patrick Robinson, man. He came up clutch too in the nickel for sure. Cowboys better than Eagles. Good opinion. Very good opinion. But no. Dude was a beast on the slot for sure. He really was. Should we start Sydney outside? No. No. Jalen Mills is better outside. I don't care how many times he's gonna get picked off with the double moves or anything along those lines. Against the Jags, he did good. And against the Panthers, he didn't do bad either. Like, especially penalty-wise as well, which has always been an issue. But kind of wish we still had paid Robinson. Yeah. If Mills isn't healthy, then I guess. Yeah, Eagles pulled a Mavericks 2011, letting go of their most important Super Bowl players in free agency. For real. Not gonna lie about that. You know, Patrick Robinson, LeGarrette Blount. It's bad, man. Zeke destroyed us today. Yeah, they did. He did. I'm going to give credit where credit is due. He did destroy us. But that's really all I can really give credit to. Dak Prescott, I'm still not impressed. I'm not just saying that because he's a Cowboy. Like, I just... Oh, man. Oh, God. What's happening now? I'm going to have to end this stream. We need a Zeke. We just need a stable running back that can stay healthy and that can actually run the football. Somebody who the Eagles can actually trust. Blount was actually good for his age. He's pretty slow, though. Hey, he's the train, as one Merrill Reese once stated. The train. Oh, man. That Chargers game, bro. We can always just dwell on 2017. Are the Panthers a dark horse? Pfft, please. Panthers are booty cheeks, bro. I know they beat us, but come on, man. You saw them on Thursday night. Hell no, dude. They trash, bro. They can't beat. They can beat us because we know we're not a playoff team anymore. We're not. We don't call us playoff teams. We're just reigning Super Bowl champs. We're no playoff team. Remember Eddie Lacy? What happened to him? He got just not good anymore. We need a power back that can break tackles like Blount. All our running backs are small. Yeah. Yeah, Lacy a free agency. Yeah, I wouldn't get Eddie Lacy. I wouldn't deal with him. I would not deal with him. There's just a lot of issues. There's a lot of issues. I feel bad for Wentz. They should have gotten. That's what I was saying. Imagine if we had scooped up Adrian Peterson off the streets and just been like, "Hey, you want to come play for Philly?" That would have been crazy good. He can't get a job because his weight. Yeah, because he just. Whatever, man. We should resign Tate. Should we resign Tate? I would say yes, just because I know what Golden Tate brings to the table. He's a really good wide receiver. But we just need him to actually play. You know, he didn't get enough play time today, in my opinion. I don't care if he's been here for not even 2 weeks. He didn't get enough play time, and it shows because we didn't play him at all. We couldn't use a guy that we need, you know, or if we had a Saquon, yeah, I would love it if we had drafted Saquon Barkley, bro. Like, for real, he would fit in with this scheme so well. Tate probably won't resign. Yeah, well, that's an issue for later on in the year. You know, right now I'm focusing on the task at hand. Another guy, I forgot what was. Yeah, because he injured himself. That sucks, but it's true. He got hurt. Okay, I'm going to end the stream in a couple of minutes. The Eagles should have gotten... Yeah, I would agree to that. But there's a lot of people the Eagles should have gotten. I'm going to end the stream in about 2 minutes. So if you guys got anything else you want to talk about that hasn't already been spoken of, because I'm starting to just wish I had never watched tonight's football game. Yeah, it's just... Well, at least I can watch the Giants lose tomorrow. Hopefully. Just hopefully. You know? But, the Cowboys, man, congrats on your win. Do you think the Dallas defense is good? They're decent. You know, they're not that bad. They got a good pass rush. And Byron Jones is a pretty good a good corner. I won't deny any of that. But as a whole, their defense is decent, to say the least. They need to play a Saints, though. They need to play a Saints and get exposed. They play the Falcons next week. Maybe the Falcons will actually wake up and be like, oh, crap, we just lost to the Browns. All right, I think that's a sign. I think that's freaking out on me. Oh, God. It's okay. Yeah, I think that's off of me talking about the Eagles, so I'm gonna get off this. See you guys later.